Good morning, guys. This is Brett Douglas with Ironclad Preservation. Hey, been off the social media, staying busy, trying to diversify. Right, I think as property preservation contractors, the current events that are rocking our industry should scare the hell out of you as an independent contractor. And unless you have, all types of work in the pipeline, relying on one form or another is kind of like suicidal right now. It's Russian roulette. So what we need to strive to do is diversify our power base so that we have all our diversified lines that are producing an income to maintain the corporate status. So what we need to do is we need to look at everything we do as a property preservation contractor, whether that's handyman services, looking at our debris removal capability, looking at landscaping in general, which means we could go looking at residential yards, you could gain commercial properties, you could do property management for residential homes, for brokers. Rob Sanchez, great friend of ours, man, has the ultimate deal where he does like a concierge service. He also provides security for brokers when they're viewing properties. He networks. Basically, he's a one-stop shop, and that type of setup is ideal. We've been maintaining these relationships forever with brokers, and it's time now to start furtherance of that relationship and working on building a powerful network inside your city areas. So just wanted to get on the air real quick, and there's a lot of people who write to us all the time. There's people who reach out to us for help, and they're always looking at trying to build their company. And I certainly would never discourage anybody entering our line of work, as I'm proud to be a mortgage field service professional. However, for the next 2 years, I believe we're on a rocky decline. We all know that a crash is coming. It's something that we all must prepare for. It's a sad eventuality. Right now the quote unquote economy is great, so all of us are suffering. However, in the event of another housing crisis or a market crash, our work picks up, and then we're doing well. However, we're also looking at that these are human beings and their friends, their family, acquaintances. We don't want to wish harm upon another human being. However, we must be ready so that when the call comes, we're able to answer it. Ironclad has almost 30 trucks. Right now, most of my fleet is sitting in mothballs. We constantly work on fixing our vehicles, keeping them maintained. They're sitting there. They're not really costing us a lot besides insurance and tags and things like that. But certainly, we know that the eventuality is that we are looking at another crash from anywhere from 24 to 36 months. The trend will repeat itself. Um, but I wanted to kind of, briefly talk about what we can do to increase our bottom lines right now and not have to suffer the industry downfalls. Obviously, if you look around, there's a lot of hardcore people. Obviously, I used to lead that charge. I'm trying to ease out of that responsibility. There's a lot of contractors out there right now that aren't getting paid by these companies, and so it's unscrupulous to think that they're dropping pricing across the boards and then they're not even paying the contractors for the work they perform. It's kind of disgusting. Don't make the same mistakes I did. I'm flamboyant. I'm well known. I'm tirelessly campaigning for labor. I'm out there every day beating the streets, talking about this, talking about that. So the industry is in generally blackballed us, and we have the largest infrastructure and the largest setup of any contractor I know of in Florida. Obviously there's some other companies that people talk about, but they're not W-2, so it's kind of irrelevant. We're a one-stop shop here. I'm a horticulturist. I have years of background in any of this stuff, the landscape and preservation. We're able to shift gears on a whim. And so we've been heavily marketing our services to the residential side, and it's been a great challenge because we're all used to standing around the fax machine. I'm outdating myself. Remember that? Ching, 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 all through the night. We sit around our computers nowadays, I guess, for the work orders to come in, and then we go out and execute. However, when we have to think outside the box and take care of our own needs, we have to start doing cold calling again. You have to start looking at what do we target, how do we do that. If you guys have a question with that and you need some help, reach out to me. I'll help you to work on your marketing, and I'll show you some of the things that we're doing. We are definitely still in the mix. Thank you for all of you guys who have been silently praying for us about our building. I just shake my head with the amount of, anguish that we've had to suffer through this, and it's in God's hands, man. I mean, either way, I'm fighting this with a good lawyer. Whether we have to move out or whether we stay, it's I'm going to hold my head up high. I mean, it's just another travesty of the legal system to act like our landlords didn't know anything about our construction, even though they've been here from day one. Obviously, the broker that leased us the space, we had construction meetings from the beginning. Um, it's just amazing how you can portray something on paper and it's so one dimensional. But we're gonna get through this. The Lord is my right hand man there, and I definitely am not stressing on it. For those of you who fight the recovery battle like I do all the time, you can obviously tell that I'm much level headed nowadays. Recovery is awesome. I don't have to, because of anger issues and PTSD and the problems that I saw as a combat vet. I don't have to go and use drugs and hide away from the world and do a pity party every day. I have the strength today and the fortitude to fight my battles head on. And so, for all our opponents, we're here, man. We're not hiding. We're not doing anything. We're standing upright. We love the Lord, and we're going to fight these battles one by one, and we're going to keep being victorious, because until the Lord decides I'm no longer his warrior, and withdraws his love from me, I would certainly not be able to withstand the amount of abuse that I've taken on. And we're certainly the cockroaches of the preservation industry. We've seen $1.5 million, $2 million years, and right now I'm lucky if I do $500,000 a year. But hey, you know what? It's all good, man. I'm healthy. I'm happy. My kids are fed, and I have a roof over our heads, at least temporarily. So God bless y'all. Thanks for listening to me ramble. And if I can help you to market or build your business, diversify, my friends. There's a storm coming. God loves you. So do I.